Hello everyone, PallyTub here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. Early this weekend, I sat down and recorded two videos. One was for Mal'Ganis, one was for Malfurion. And I've been recording the matches and then recording the intros later. Well, since I recorded those matches, I ended up getting super sick. I'm feeling like a train just ran me over. Not great. Not great. So I know it's Christmas week, but we're probably going to take it easy this week and have a pretty light upload schedule, just so you guys know. Mal'Ganis, when he was added to the game, was super broken in just about every measurable way. He had too much healing, too much damage, too much mitigation. Just insane. He sat at a 65% win rate for what felt like forever. And I always thought that was a little ridiculous. But in recent times, we've had characters sit that high on win rates, and history's kind of repeated itself. And I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to criticize that. I usually don't criticize too much here. Zagara is the main example I'm talking about. When Zagara was reworked a few months ago, she had a 69% win rate, almost 70%, and she stayed there for 3 weeks at least. At least. Then what happens? Blizzard decides, hey, we're going to disable Zagara because she's clearly way too strong. This has gotten out of hand. We need to save our player base. They did that 8 hours or something before a patch rolled out that nerfed her. So she just ran wild for weeks when they had the technology to disable her and get her back in line. They just let her go crazy. And we're kind of seeing the same situation with Rehgar right now. Rehgar just received his rework. He's sitting at 64.34%, which is crazy high, obviously. Almost every single game I play in Quick Match has a Rehgar in it. I don't remember if this one does. But it's just kind of the same thing where they're letting this character go unchecked and run wild until presumably it's been 2 weeks since Rehgar was reworked, so presumably there's going to be a patch in another week. But it's the holiday season, so who knows? Maybe he'll run wild for a little bit longer. I think it kind of sucks when that thing happens. And to me, Mal'Ganis was the first character that was a shining example of a character that was way too strong and needed to be overtuned, just like Zagara after rework and Rehgar right now. That being said, I haven't played Rehgar myself, so this is all anecdotal. I'm just looking at the stats over here. Kind of a weird intro today. Sorry, kind of in a weird mood. The Mal'Ganis, where is he on the list? He has a 49.42% win rate, a 9% popularity right now, and only 1.65% of that is banned. So if you want to play him, you absolutely can. Mal'Ganis has been a character that I never felt like had the same amount of tank presence on the battlefield as someone like a Muradin or a Garrosh or a Johanna. He just kind of does his own thing in team fights, puts people to sleep, and maybe sets up plays for his team along the way. The character for me is only level 7 right now, but that's like I put some time in to make sure I at least knew what I was doing in today's video. Clearly not a ton of time, but a little bit of time. We had like a training week on Mal'Ganis a little bit ago just to try to get used to this character because he's one of the few tanks I had no idea how to play. Well, some of the games that I have been training for have been great. The practice games have gone well. I felt very disruptive. And then other games have been absolutely boring. I had a very heavy tank composition. It was Johanna on the enemy team, Artanis, who went for a very defensive build, Leoric on the enemy team. So 3 super big, bulky frontline. Behind them, they had a Mama Morales who can heal a single target up like crazy, and a Kel'Thuzad who does great damage, but that damage comes in bursts. Kind of the same problem we've been talking about recently when I get in double mage compositions, how the whole match can feel weird. Well, Kel'Thuzad's a great example of that. He can do a ton of damage, but it's going to be like every 15 seconds. And in that window, I was able to just leech life like crazy against the enemy team. I was actually, like, there was so much confrontation, I was actually bored. The enemy couldn't do enough damage to kill me, and I definitely couldn't do enough damage to kill them, but I was just pestering them the entire game as they were trying to deathball and just out healing all of it. It was actually kind of ridiculous, but at the end of the game, I just kind of felt bored. Like, everything I just did wasn't impactful. So why did Why did I do it? Bit of a tangent. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's game. Uploads are going to be a little slow this week. I'm just going to try to rest and get better. My throat is crazy sore, so this is about all of the talking I'm planning on doing today. Thank you guys for being here. If I don't see you again, I probably will, but if I don't see you again, I hope you guys have a great Christmas if you celebrate, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we found ourselves on the Dragonshire map today. The friendly team, Mal'Ganis, Ariel, Genji, Kel'Thuzad, and Kerrigan. The enemy team, Li Ming, Sonya, Azmodan, Muradin, and Rhaegar. I need cough drop. Cough drop to get this one going. I'm feeling kind of under the weather. I think I'm coming down with something. Hopefully not that one thing that's been going around the world for a little while. I feel just sick. I wouldn't say it's anything special. Time to feed at level 1. Mal'Ganis heals for 73 when he damages a nearby hero. Basically, think of this as a little bit of regen every time you attack someone that has like these vampire fangs next to their health bar. It's not a ton of healing at once, but over the course of a game, that can happen a lot. It could really start to regen quite a lot. Our Q ability basically has 3 applications we can do for a single button press. It doesn't have charges. I think it'd be easier to visualize if it had charges. But essentially, I can cast my Q, which flings me forward as I do a sweeping attack in front of me. I can cast it again to do the same thing. And on the 3rd cast, it will actually apply a stun as well, which of course can inhibit my adversaries quite a lot. We are going to put Sonya to sleep. Sonya's then going to get hit with the Kerrigan combo and the Kel'Thuzad combo. Nice. Love it. Love to see your team playing together. Love to see that. So our E ability is what applies the sleep. It allows us to fly over the ground for a short time, and anyone we come into contact with will just move through their health box. And then, of course, you saw it on Muradin. We'll put him to sleep shortly soon after. Very, very strong crowd control in certain situations. For instance, if there's a literal any minion wave at all nearby, the person you put to sleep can be woken up by a minion auto-attacking. You know, that little bit of damage. Any type of damage whatsoever is enough to wake them up out of the slumber. We also have our W ability. This does AoE damage around us and heals us for a bit of damage every time we do that based on how many enemies we attack. As I've been practicing this hero, I just keep thinking about Dr. Mundo from League. I don't know how many of you play League or have in the past, but he just kind of goes where he pleases, and there's not a lot of consequences for it. I feel as though Mal'Ganis is cut from the same cloth, so to speak. I have gotten away with some ridiculous shenanigans on this character, just cruising around in team fights, just being disruptive. I don't really feel like I have the same like tank presence as like a Muradin, for instance, the tank on the other team, or a Johanna or something. My lane clear is okay. We do use mana, and it does show. We're out of mana right now. But I wouldn't say like spamming your abilities on this character is necessarily a bad thing. Actually, at the end of most of my practice games, or where I don't know if you call practice games just learning the character for a video. I feel like practice games implies I was warming up to get ready for this video. But as I was playing him, I realized that game after game after game, I was actually putting up some pretty ridiculous hero damage, at least on par with the players that we're playing with. And I didn't really feel like I had much to show for it. Like right now, for instance. Yeah, I'm definitely fighting these guys, but is anything happening? No, not really. No, not really. Nice combo on Rhaegar there. Let's clear out these giants and then figure out what we can do next, but it looks like the enemy team is likely getting the dragon at this moment. Let's peel for our Kel'Thuzad as the enemy team was starting to jump in on him a little bit. We're going to siphon some health from Muradin and just chase these guys down for a little bit of free damage. before too much else happens. Ariel rotating down here during the objective is kind of weird. Let's move up and see if we can help out with this. We're also going to be picking up Spreading Plague. Periodically deal damage after using Night Rush. I do try to like just kind of use my sleep all the time. If I feel like it'll be a good time to maybe even disrupt a little bit of momentum from the enemy team, I try to just use it. I don't hold on to this for too long. It's only a 14-second cooldown, so realistically, you can cast it several times a minute, even if you're holding on to it for a long period of time. Nice grab on Muradin. He does become unstoppable, at least until Ariel moves down and grabs his attention. Nice Kel'Thuzad combo yet again. We're on top of Muradin, and he doesn't have any mana to jump away this time, but I don't have any damage to send to him. Ariel is going to feel the wrath of Li Ming. That damage is going to take her down. I was thinking about re-engaging with the sleep there, but it didn't quite work out for me. A little worried the top lane's not being soaked. I'm going to ping danger up there. It looks like Gin... Ooh. I just saw where he was. Trying. Go. Please run. The wizard is still coming. All right, I think we're chilling. Kind of used up all of my mana, though. That feels kind of bad. Let's see if I could bait him in here. No, they're not taking it. Sippy Cup on cooldown for 30 more seconds. I am the last line of defense here in the bottom lane. The enemy team actually a level ahead of us. It looks like they are going to be getting their 10s before us. But the party's just getting started over here. I do believe with all of my heart that Carrion Swarm is the better heroic ability. It allows you to become immune to everything, zoom around over an area, and heal for the damage that you're doing. It is super duper strong. That being said, I've been picking up Dark Conversion like every game, and I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Did Muradin already use his hop? Yes, he did, but I'm faster than that. And we just committed 5 people to taking down a single dwarf. You love to see it. Bottom lane getting pushed in. Looks like the majority of our team in the rotation down right now as well. They must have gotten some idea that we were coming because there was a Rhaegar totem just sitting here waiting on me. Sonya for the enemy team starting to move in. Kerrigan, however, is already 100% committed, it seems. We're going to heal one more time and cast Dark Conversion on the enemy team's Sonya. Essentially swapping my low health for her very high health. We do have a little bit of time that spell takes to actually cycle that health between us. There's like a damage over time period for both of us. I guess a heal over time period for me. So getting used to the timing of swapping your health out with someone else is certainly weird, but very doable. Trying to put Rhaegar to sleep. Unfortunately, the Ancestral does still go off. This fight is still continuing, though. Looking at Azmodan now as the Dragon Blade of Genji is starting to rip through. But, of course, all of this is happening as the objective is being taken. I could put him to sleep. There you go. That's what I got. I can't help but feeling that this is all one big distraction, though. I do have enough for a stun, and I think I hit it right as he went to use his jump, so that actually delayed him a ton. The enemy team's Dragon Knight is pushing the top lane, which is probably the best outcome. Mayhem. Yeah, so the normal rotation for buildings on this map is you always clear middle first, especially now with the changes to the sippy cups. You definitely want to kill middle first because you don't want the enemy team to have all of that free sustain just sitting there. Top lane is usually your last priority because bottom lane has better mercenary camps for pushing. So you want to clear mid and then pressure bottom for basically the rest of the game. So the fact that they spend some time to go top is a-okay with me. Dragon is taken down and looking like it's trying to... Sonya's trying to move down to the bottom lane, perhaps. I'm just gonna put her to sleep and walk away. Looks like whatever was going on over here with Ariel and friend isn't going that well. Kel'Thuzad has re-emerged. We have just a few seconds until my sleep is ready to go again. I'm just gonna cast an early Dark Conversion and then put these guys to sleep and cruise away without a care in the world. I like to go for Deep Sleep at level 13, increases the sleep duration. As you can see, I like using this ability a lot, so having more incentive to use it is simply a good thing to Me. Okay, how do we start to pull this back? The enemy team is way ahead on everything. Kerrigan, Genji, and myself are clearing this. We do need to make sure we're continuing to soak XP, but top and bottom lane both have really big waves that we can clear. Kel'Thuzad and Ariel seem to be playing pretty far forward. If that last team fight was any indication, we are seeing Muradin charge it down at our Kel'Thuzad again. Hopefully he gets punished for that. Yes, he does. That's what I like to see. Kerrigan still on the offensive here, chasing after Rhaegar, but Rhaegar's a little faster than me. I guess I was dismounted at some point and didn't realize it. In the top lane, Azmodan is continuing his siege, but in the bottom lane, we have some siege giants that the enemy team spawned that I also need to clear out. We're about half a level behind the enemy team now, so hopefully things start to turn in the right direction here soon. I wouldn't say my lane clear is fantastic or anything. I do have to wait quite a while for cooldowns to come back up, but you know, we could do this. We could do it. I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse. The friendly team did rotate up top and take down the enemy Azmodan. The objective coming up here, I'm only seeing Li Ming in the top lane. So I'm going to move in here. Try to secure this. My team doesn't seem to share the same enthusiasm. Kerrigan moving for it now, though. If she's taking that and Muradin's just going for my camp, then I shall become the dragon. Muradin might get bottom. Well, that's okay though, because the enemy team's Li Ming split her death with the rest of her team. Now we have a big advantage here. Rhaegar still in the top lane and Sonya rotating down to me means that the enemy team's actually pretty split right now as well. We do see Sonya doing a ton of damage to our Genji, but he managed to walk away. Muradin has been sitting in this bush for at least 15 minutes. And he paid the price for it. He certainly paid the price for it. Genji going for a fast cap on the objective. I'm trying to get this out while we still can. And I'm going to head right to the dragon if I am able. Looks like Rhaegar doing the same thing now. We are going to go for Plague Blats. Plague Bats. I can say words. This is going to cause our W ability to explode a wave of bats forward. Here's what it looks like. This gives you a little bit more AoE coverage. Sonya rotating down on the friendly team. Woo! Didn't even get a chance to try to swap health with her. Bro, something hit me super hard. I feel like all of my health was there and then boom, basically nothing. However, we do see the resurrection from Ariel being used. I'm not sure how that fight actually played out. I'm not sure who died there, but it looks like Ariel was taken down moments after casting her ult. Good Kel'Thuzad combo, but it looks like the enemy team is going to be grabbing. I cannot fucking talk today. Another Dragon Knight to move in for our base. Actually kind of taking their time with that one. Now, the dragon does count as a hero, but I don't think I can use Dark Conversion on it. Right? Should I test that? Oh, let me take some damage. I definitely don't want it now. The dragon doesn't have enough HP. Dragon did just use their kick, though, so I can kind of freely stay here and do whatever I want for a moment. Hey, we caught Muradin in midair, and a great Kerrigan combo on the follow-up. You love to see that. Unfortunately, we were chosen for the bottom of the boot. But that dragon did not get anything done. That's actually such a good scenario. Trying to catch up to Sonya, can't quite do it. Pretty far forward here, but another excellent Kerrigan combo is keeping this fight going on, and it kind of makes you wonder what the fuck the rest of our team is doing, as Kerrigan's up here just making awesome plays. Looks like Genji found a little bit of trouble on the side. Good stun onto Sonya from Ariel, and we secure that kill. Can Muradin continue to run? He cannot. He is taken down now. And now as a team, we should most definitely just siege middle down. We want to remove this sippy cup from the enemy team, and we're finally getting some momentum under our belt. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, I'm coming in with the slashes. Wow, this is actually a really good opportunity here. 30 seconds until the enemy team starts to res. I don't necessarily think swapping off to get a Merc camp is the right play here, because we could have easily just kept that same momentum going forward. I want your help. Into the next building, and that would have been pretty good. That would have been really effective. We have 10 seconds until Sonya's back up. We just used our dark conversion. That is going to have a 1-minute cooldown, so we're not able to do that again anytime soon. But we did actually beat the enemy team to level 20. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. I kind of like the idea of getting alone in the dark, reducing the enemy team's vision whenever I sleep them. Our team has actually been doing such a good job of isolating targets, like Kerrigan, just singling someone out and keeping the combos going and going and going. Kel'Thuzad doing the same thing. So if I can limit the visibility of the enemy team, oh, motherfucker, oh, that was a lot. Perhaps that'll be enough to win some of these trades. Luckily, somehow, I am still breathing. I am still alive. Sonya flying forward is not going to get the Ancestral Heal. Genji on the back line doing a shit ton of damage. I can't chase that Rhaegar. He's too fast, but I did scare him off with some furious swipes, and that's a nice few kills picked up by the friendly team. Unfortunately, while that was happening, Amazing Daniel decided to just siege it down, got that bottom keep for free. I'm going to try to ignore this rush to kill him. I think that's a little extreme. Instead, Kerrigan getting the objective. I'm grabbing this one, and I'm heading straight for the tier 2 defense in the middle lane. First Dragon Breath's going to be here. Let's get this moving in the right direction. Ariel still split pushing up top. That's definitely not the right thing that she should be doing. But she does have the attention of Muradin, so maybe there's some value there. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm trying not to be mean. 5 seconds until the enemy Sonya is up and alive. We push through this building, no problem, and we're heading for the core. Sonya moving in, popped her cooldowns. We pop her away. We have fire on the core. Is it going to be enough? I mean, they are just actually getting to the point where they're focusing me. I can put him to sleep right now. That means he can't see anyone for the Ancestral, which is feels kind of huge. Feels kind of huge. Staying on the building if I can. I'm just going to swap health with Muradin right now. Make him take some extra damage and heal myself back up. My sleep was interrupted. Here it is again. Oh. Good root on Sonya. I'm going back in. No cooldowns, no cooldowns, no cooldowns. Oh, fuck. Please save me. Oh. 29% HP on the enemy's core right now. Li Ming trying to get the angle right. Muradin jumping in as well. We have Rhaegar with the slow totem, and that's gonna wipe out our entire team. What a totem. What a totem. Okay, Genji back up in 25. Ariel is coming back up now. She actually resurrected herself, I think. Indeed she did. We have Amazing Daniel and Sonya on the core. Sonya with the Wrath of the Berserker. Ariel is starting to recall now. Genji up in 10 seconds, but it looks like this game is over. Very close match today. I actually love to see that. That's so good. I love to see that. Both teams played well. Both teams played very well. So, like I said, I don't feel like I'm the ultimate tank on this character by any means. I do feel like I can exist in team fights and be effective, and the health swap thing is really, really fun, but I wouldn't recommend the health swap thing over the other one. The other one is just better in every way. The health swap just reminds me of a Dota character, and that brings me a little bit of joy. Genji picking up MVP. We got 37% of team fight damage soaked. If you would like to play along at home, the talents we went for today were Time to Feed, Fueled by Torment, Spreading Plague, Dark Conversion, Deep Sleep, Plague Bats, and Alone in the Dark. This actually reduces the cooldown of our sleep so we could use it even more. And I think that's probably the funnest part of playing this character to me, is just zooming around above everybody. Look at my damage, though. That's not bad at all. 40,000 damage in that match. It said 60. I was looking at Genji's. 87,000 siege. 45,000 self-healing. Almost more than both Sonya and Muradin put together. The amount of sustain we get is actually absurd. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Up next, we're going to have Malfurion. That'll be fun to relearn. Take care, guys. See you again next time.